Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Doyce and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we were doing a bunch of different things to get ready for a fight. Because we're going to be taking on the Gaia Guardian today. At least that's the plan. And it took me a while because it's been a bit since I've recorded this. In case you missed it, in the Peglin episode, I uploaded a couple days ago. I got sick, and I've been struggling to get back to not coughing all the time and actually having a voice that sounds halfway decent. So if I sound weird, that's why I'm sick. I'm still kind of getting over it, but I am feeling better enough that I can record, so that's good. But yeah, I kind of forgot why we were going after the Gaia Guardian, and the reason is this. So grass is really important for getting apiaries, and if we want to get max level apiaries for everything, we're going to need a ton of grass. So if we can cut the time it takes to grow grass down more, which we can with enchanted soil, but we need overgrowth seeds. And so that's kind of the whole point. We're going to get overgrowth seeds from the Gaia Guardian, hopefully, and that's going to enable us to get grass more, so we can get more apiaries, so we can get more resources. It's a long and arduous process, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Plus, we have to fight the Gaia Guardian regardless for quests and Britannia, and so it doesn't matter too much. Anyways, we do still have a little bit of work before we can get to the fight, and I've done off-camera work. I have a bunch of stuff here, and we're going to try to make some really cool things, and hopefully it will all turn out well. So, first things first, let's go ahead and get some plastic. 4 pieces of plastic, not too difficult. I can never remember which machine is which. And we're going to use a gas tier with this plastic to make a mob imprisonment tool. Yes, that is indeed what it's called, because this is going to presumably, so if we look at this guy, he is a farmer and he sells cakes. He also sells golden carrots, which is really nice. And I can collect him, and if I put him down, he has the same trades. He is still a master. Everything is exactly the same. If I was to use the monster balls, that wouldn't be the case. So that is basically just a way for us to save our villager guys that we like and not have to worry about things. So I'm going to get rid of this, and we're going to replace it with a lectern, because we're going to need some enchanted books, potentially. If I can get some enchanted books, that would be nice. But we're gonna throw a guy in there. He is a shepherd. I believe if we capture him again, he'll reset, maybe? I don't know. I've had some of the villagers reset on me, which is never good. Okay, apparently he's not going to reset. So that is unfortunate, but that's also okay. I guess we'll just capture him back. And we don't really need to use villagers to get enchants. We can just enchant the stuff naturally. It's not that big of a deal. But let's go ahead and put the composter in here. And we'll deal with getting good villagers and all that kind of stuff another time. So the next thing we're going to do, let's make our weapon. And for this, we're going to need some diamonds. A good bit of diamonds, actually. And hopefully this will work out pretty good. So we're going to be making crystal weapons. A crystal sword is, as far as I can tell, the strongest weapon in this mod pack as far as swords go. It is stronger than the netherite stuff, the upgraded netherite. It has 14.5 hearts of damage, which is really good. I actually want to see if I hit F3H, what's its... it doesn't say what its durability is. That is unfortunate. Alright, so let's go ahead and make the crystallized obsidian armor, which for that we're going to need a full set of diamond armor, and then just upgrade it. So, boots, helmet. There is a guy behind me, and the leggings. Perfect. So I have one extra crystallized obsidian, which we'll get to in a moment. Let's go ahead and sleep so we can see where, well, okay, he's there, but wandering trader friend. I never care for these guys, but sometimes they have good things. Like rune forged greaves, which are pretty good enchanted boots, but don't care. This sword feels really strong. I like that. It'll make our lives a lot easier in just a moment. So, well, okay. By the end of the episode, let's not get unreasonable. All right, so we have crystallized obsidian armor and weapons, and we can enchant this stuff. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So, are we gonna get anything good? Disarming, occult aversion, fire protection. No, thank you. Feather falling pants. I mean, we could just put protection 3. Wow, the boots really want fire protection. We could just put protection 3 on the stuff, but let's go ahead and put it on the pants. Protection 3. All right, what do we have? Unbreaking, not good. I want to see sharpness. And I know there is a lot of weirdness with enchants because of how whatever the mod is that does the enchanted book stuff. What is it called? Apotheosis, or however you say it. It is interesting. So, block reach, fire protection 4, protection 4. Okay, that's good. Sharpness 3 is tempting. Let's go with some projectile protection. Why not? That's not too bad. Beheading 3 or feather falling 3. Protection 3, not bad. Alright, what can we get on our sword? Disarming 3, Venom 2, Life Leech 2. None of those are particularly good. So let's enchant Efficiency 3. Ooh, Silk Touch. And other things. Unbreaking 4. You know what? Sharpness 4. Perfect. We got sharpness. That's all that matters. We can put our netherite sword away, because this thing does 11.5 attack damage. This does 17.5. It's pretty good. Our witherite stuff, we're going to keep that for right now, because the next thing I want to do is I want to make a charm talisman from Cyclic, which is going to give us protection from poison, wither, fire, and void, which is pretty cool sounding. However, to get it, we're going to need to summon a wither. So let's see. Let's go. I don't know where to go for this. We could. Oof, I've had issues with this before, but we're gonna risk it. We're gonna go to the mining dimension, and we're gonna quickly build something right here to hopefully secure a wither, and then we will summon in a couple things that are going to make my life a little bit easier. So I do believe we can just do this. And the back wall. It's a lot safer to do this here because we don't have to worry about the wither escaping and doing a lot of damage. We can just leave. But I messed up. But at the same time, if the wither is kind of, you know, secured, it's going to be easier and nicer for us. Not that we can't, like, just kill the wither. It's not that hard. But let's just do something like this. And I have exactly enough for this kind of setup, if I can, you know, place the blocks in the correct positions. But we're just going to summon a wither here. And what we're actually after is wither roses. So let's 1, 2, 3. Mr. Wither should be fine. Let's actually get away from that. And we're gonna just throw some chickens in there. And hopefully, no. There is at least one wither rose. Presumably. I guess let's just go ahead and kill the wither. Can't really do anything about it. And did we get any wither roses? That is the question, and the answer is probably no, we didn't. Okay, so I will tell you guys what. I'm gonna summon in another wither. I'm gonna get some wither roses, and I'll come back once that's done, because I have a feeling my game's gonna crash when I try to go through the portal again. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to come back here and then leave again and all that kind of fun stuff. But I'm gonna get at least one wither rose, and I'll probably make another mob imprisonment tool just to make it a little bit easier. And hopefully we can get that. So I will be back once I have some wither roses. Alright, so the second wither was successful at getting us some wither roses, and I used some snow golems and some squids, and it seemed to work alright. So I don't know if I just got unlucky with the chicken, or if the modded chickens are different, or what, but we have wither roses, and I've been growing them in a botany pot for a little bit. I actually AFK'd for a little while, and so we have a good bit of wither roses. I'm going to just let that go. We only need 4 for what we're doing, and so let's get into this. So we're going to need a bunch of iron blocks. How many exactly are we going to need? So we're going to need to make 4 different charms, and they require 3... Oh, we only need 9, so we don't need to make any more. I already made those. So let's just get into it. So the wither charm is pretty easy. We're going to be making a fire charm, which requires some blaze rods. Next is the void charm, which we're going to need some nether wart. We'll get that in just a second. Antidote charm, which requires this spider eyes. And the void charm, we just need to grab some nether wart. It's like wither wart? No, wrong thing. Just 3 of those will be good enough. And that is all of the charms. And then in order to make this guy, we just need some gray concrete. So we get some gray concrete powder. We get some gray concrete dye. And that is going to be pretty easy. So we just need to turn this into concrete, and let's see, can we do this like cleverly? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool, that works. It wasn't super clevery, but it worked. And that will allow us to make the charm talisman, which is really good. We can place that in our necklace slot, and we should be protected from all sorts of things now. Is there a zombie pigman over there? There is. Alright, so last 2 things that we're going to be making before we fight the Gaia Guardian are Botania things. And I have everything we need, but we need to make a couple things first. Okay, I don't have everything we need because I need to grab some living rock. 2 living rock. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need to make a rune of pride, which I feel like we've done before, but we need to throw earth, air, slime, melon, and 2 sand, so that we can make the rune of summer. Let's go murderate this guy. We do decent damage. I think this will be alright. But we just do this. We get our runes back. And then it's Rune of Summer, Fire, and 2 diamonds, I do believe. I hope that is correct. Fire and Summer, yes. And that will make us the Rune of Pride, which will allow us to make the couple of rings and bands that we're going to want. So we're going to be using up some of our runes, but that's okay. We can make more. It's not that bad. But we're going to make first the Ring of Far Reach, which is a ring, and the Tectonic Girdle, which requires the Rune of Fire and Rune of Earth, some leather, and Mana Steel. So, yeah, unfortunately, all we have is Rune of Summer. We lost our Rune of Earth, but I can make those again. So, what does this stuff do? Well, the Ring of Far Reach, if we put it on a ring slot, which does mean... Actually, can we put it on this slot? Oh, that is a ring slot. So what is this? That is... Oh, it's the angel ring slot. Okay. So we put the Ring of Far Reach on the ring slot, and we can put the Tectonic Girdle on the belt slot. And what the Ring of Far Reach does is now we can reach farther. I can click that crafting station from way over here. Now, if I take that ring off, you'll see that I can't. We have to be really quite close. So why do we want Far Reach? Well, it's going to make things easier to hit. And the Gaia Guardian likes to teleport around. And so it's just going to make it easier for us to hit them with our sword. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. And then the Tectonic Girdle gives you knockback resistance. So we shouldn't be able to be knocked around on the battlefield while we're wearing that. And that's kind of the point. So let's get a chest. We're going to put things we don't need. Now, I don't really need the bow, but I will take it. Why not? Blocks won't be bad. We'll put this stuff away. I'm going to take some food. We have our Charm of Strength. And I considered making like a shield or something, but didn't really see anything that was good. These have 3 armor, 3 armor toughness. Wow, it's so much more armor. But we should be able to throw the quest book in there. This guy can go in there. And we will use the Charm of Strength to hopefully make things a little bit easier. So, do I have everything I want? I do believe I do. So let's go fight the Gaia Guardian. Why not? Now, the whole point of the travel anchors that we set up last time was to make it so that if we die, we can get back over here without having to do anything strange. But yeah, let's just get into it. This may be loud, so I apologize. But we just shift click. Might be a good idea. Okay. Oh, so it wants... Okay, that's fair. It wants more dirt. That's... I guess we can deal with that. So we just need to put some more blocks. Let's just do another layer. Let's grab our infinity wand because that will be good. Didn't mean to drop down there. How much dirt do we have? We don't have that much dirt, but we do have a lot of stone. So let's just use stone. Why not? We'll double up the entire structure, and it's just it doesn't want you to be able to cheese things. So if it requires you to, like, you know, have some more blocks, it makes it a little bit easier. So we'll just throw some stone down, and we'll just make this a little bit thicker and see if that is good enough. Okay, we have to come back over here. And that should be fine. So now it is twice as thick. I could probably do, if we set up and down. North, south. No restrictions. Let's just do that and do another full layer. Yeah, pretty much. Left, right. Do I not have any more? Oh, so not quite another full layer. Let's go grab some more stone, and we can actually do a full layer. But, yeah, it just kind of wants you to have enough blocks so that you can't have, like, I don't know, something that makes the... I don't know how you would cheese it by having, like, less blocks, but I'm sure there's a way. Let's grab one more stack just to be safe. And I am a little bit nervous about this, I'll be honest. I've not fought the Gaia Guardian in a long time. I have done it before. I have done it, I believe, on the channel. In fact, I know I've fought the Gaia Guardian on the channel quite a few times, but I usually have, like, really powerful stuff. And at this point, we don't really have anything super overpowered. But we do have some stuff that is pretty good. Like, there's no, in this mod pack, as far as I'm aware, there's no, like, one-shot creative items or, like, you know, something that's going to give you damage immunity, or Draconic Evolution is usually with a lot of the packs that I've played before. And the weapons from that are just kind of ridiculous. I was going to take a nap before we did this. I am not procrastinating, I promise. I just want it to be, you know, daytime, because that will actually help. The Gaia Guardian likes to summon other enemies, so your zombies, your skeletons, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, well, the daylight's going to help with that quite a bit. So let's see if it's happy with the area this time, and hopefully we can do this. So try as hard as you can. So we need to go a little bit further out. It wants a big circle. Okay. So let's go we'll grab a little bit of stone and dirt, and we'll fix that. So it doesn't want it to be square, it wants it to be circular. That's fine. I'll tell you guys what, I will actually step away, and I will fix the arena, and I'll come back once we're ready to fight them. So be back in a sec. So I don't know if this is gonna work or not. It didn't the last time I tried it. So I expanded the outside one block, and then okay, I also raised up things. Can we do music and sound? Let's do, I don't know what it is. Hostile creatures, blocks, voice and speech. I have no idea what does, wrong thing. Music and sounds. Okay, it's jukebox. I raised everything up one. That made things a little bit better. Let's activate our strength. And we are immune to a lot of things. The Gaia Guardian typically does, these are like pixie things. The Gaia Guardian does typically cause wither, but we are doing a lot of damage, so I'm not too worried. We do need to eat though, and keep our health up. And okay, here is the part where he's gonna summon in a bunch of mobs, and it's just gonna take time. Let's actually deactivate our strength. Oh, the mobs have fire resistance now. That's kind of smart. Okay, so it doesn't matter as much if we fight during the day or at night, but yeah, we are pretty strong. I'm not too worried about things. And as soon as he stops summoning things, we don't kill the mobs fast enough. That is kind of a bad thing, but he's almost dead. Should not be too difficult to finish this off. Cool. And we beat the Gaia Guardian. Not too terrible. There is, however, a level 2. And I know what he does for the level 2. He shoots out these things. But, yeah, so the problem was I had to raise up the beacon a block. That seemed to work. And something we might want to do is make another charm. I don't think they were super expensive. But we might want to make, like, can we make charms of resistance? Cave roots. We can't get cave roots. I don't know what resilience is. But we could do charms of regeneration. I mean, that would be pretty powerful. That's easy enough to make. And yeah, those are relatively cheap, so it's not like it's a huge deal to do that. But yeah, all things considered, we're pretty good on defeating the first Gaia Guardian. But like I said, there is a second tier, and we did. Let's put these underneath the thingies, and then we don't have to worry about it. Hopefully. Alright, so definitely need a little bit more. We need to be able to kill the mobs, the Gaia Guardian summons, if we want to take on the second fight a little bit easier. And in order to do that, by the way, to activate the second fight, we take a piece of Terra Steel, and we take some Gaia Spirits, and we surround it. If I can click, and we get a Gaia Spirit Ingot. Now I can make 2 of those, but no real reason to. Let's just throw everything else in here. So yeah, the Gaia Spirit Ingot is kind of the other thing that we can use. Now this is also used only for the Everlasting Guilty Pool, which we need 5 of them for. So that's not too terrible. So if we want to get to the Gaia Guardian tier 2, I'm going to brew up some regen potions, I think. Is there anything else that would be, like, super good? Haste would be good. Can I make haste potions? Emeralds, yeah. Okay, so let's get some bottles. Let's get some glass. And make some potions. So we're going to need gas tier. We're going to need emerald. And let's see. The haste 2. I mean, obviously we need. Interesting. It's redstone dust? Okay. So we're going to need redstone and glowstone dust. Both of those are pretty easy. One to get regen 2, the other to get haste 2, apparently. And then it's just going to be a matter of brewing these up. We're going to need some nether wart. And I will tell you guys what. Once again, I am going to cut away. And we'll come back once I have the potions ready. And we can make the charms. Which, for the record, if we want a bunch of blaze rods to turn into blaze powder, is there a good way to do that? There should be. Let's see, blaze powder. There is not to our accessibility, but we have plenty of blaze rods. It's not a big deal. We'll just put half a stack in there. And I'm going to brew up the potions, and we'll come back once we're ready to fight the Gaia Guardian tier 2. Alright, so a little bit of brewing later, and I also did a little bit of enchanting, but then I looked through the enchanted books I had, and found a good one. Smite for Life Leech 2. That is going to go on our sword, and fun fact about this mod pack, and I don't know what mod specifically is doing it, but Smite also goes on there. Even though we have Sharpness already, we'll also get Smite. And that's good because I think the Gaia Guardian only summons in undead mobs and then witches. So we're going to do that, mostly for the Life Leech, because that is a really good effect. And then I have 3 sets of potions, because I found another one that would be kind of good. So we have the Haste. That did require the redstone to make the Haste too. It was kind of strange. But we have Haste. We have Regeneration. And we have absorption. So that is what we're going to go with, and hopefully things will turn out pretty good. So we have a bunch of charms to do a bunch of things, and we're just going to go ahead and fly over there and fight the Gaia Guardian again. However, this was going to be a level 2 Gaia Guardian fight, and one of the big things about the level 2 is he's going to be shooting out things to us. It's actually, if it's the same as it was before, it might not be, but what is the item called? It's the Rod of the Unstable Reservoir, which is something we can make now. But this is what he uses against us, and it's not too terrible. But to some of the level 2, all we have to do is take a Gaia Spirit Ingot and shift click that. And we get the level 2. So I'm going to wait until he gets a little bit stronger, and then activate all of our stuff, and hopefully just annihilate him. We are not taking as much damage. We're going to keep everything kind of going. But yeah, all those like sparks that he's shooting at us, those are the unstable reservoirs. Kind of annoying, but not too bad. And he's nearly dead. This has not been too terrible. But we're going to get some good stuff from this fight. And he should still do the whole go into the center-ish and summon mobs. Yeah. Let's get rid of these pixies. And he's still going to shoot us with the other stuff. But we just kill all these guys as they summon. Especially the witches. The witches are dangerous. But haste should allow us to swing more often, do more damage in general. And then you have, you know, things like strength, absorption, and regeneration just for health. And everything should be fine. We should be fine. I'm not too worried about this fight. We are going to have to do it a few more times in the future. Also, he takes your skin. The Gaia Guardian takes one of the skins of the players fighting him. But he doesn't have much health left. If I can just hit him. He has 3 hearts left. And there we go. So the Gaia Guardian is defeated. There is a couple of stuff there. One, we got at the mercy of a dream. Summon and slay the empowered Gaia Guardian. So it's known as the empowered one. I wasn't sure on that. He drops a lot of really good stuff. So we'll go through that once we get back. Now, did we get what I wanted? That is the question. And the answer is probably not, but even if we didn't, we had to fight him anyway, so this was kind of a fun little thing to do. So, let's see. We got some sticks, and he broke a torch at some point. Mob drops in general, witches and all that. We got 16 Gaia Spirits, which the normal fight only gives you 8, I think, max. And since it takes 4 to summon him in, it's not too bad. I mean, we get 3 times as many. He gave us some Blacker Lotuses, which that gives us mana for free. If there is mana in the mana pool that we're using, you just get free mana. The Will of Arum, which is something to go with the Terra Steel armor set. Critical hits apply a strong weakness effect. Kind of cool. Can be very powerful. There is like a bunch of different wills. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different wills. They do different things. Kind of cool. Mana Steel, Mana Pearls. He gave us 8 Runes of Wrath, 3 Runes of Pride, 2 Runes of Lust, and 8 Runes of Fire. Then we also have the Shader Grab Bags, which I don't care about, and a Relic, aka the Dice of Fate. So what the Dice of Fate is you roll it, and you get different things depending on what you actually roll. It's completely random, but there is, oh, there's like, well, there's 6 different items because it's based on a dice roll. 1 is a certain item, 2 is a certain item, 3, so on and so forth. So pretty good things. By the way, I made this absorption. To make this thing is, whoops, that was the wrong thing. Potions of absorption, which is glowstone, and then a golden apple, which I had to make, but easy enough. So anyways, let's go grab our quest book real quick, and I want to see what the actual quest is that we're supposed to be doing at this point. In Britannia, I know we completed the Dice of Fate, so just collect a Dice of Fate. That is the only quest there. And then we're just going to need to make a Gaia mana spreader, which requires a Gaia spirit. That's fine. So let's roll the Dice of Fate. There is a bunch of things that are really good, and there's a bunch of things that are kind of meh in my opinion. And then there's one thing that I think is really cool, but it's not very good. So let's see what we get. So we rolled it, and we got, it landed on a 6, and we got the Ring of Loki. That is unfortunate. That is the worst of the rewards that we could have gotten, in my opinion. So some of the things that you can get are various rings. One of the rings, so you can get the Ring of Loki, Ring of Odin, and Ring of Thor. The Ring of Odin is really good because it gives you 20 max health. It gives you a lot of hearts, and it's really good. But the other ones, not so much. So I believe it opened up, yeah, the relics. So there is a lot of cool things with the relics, and it talks about it, and you know, the Gaia Guardian, all that. But the Ring of Loki is one that lets you, it basically lets you teleport around. No, it lets you be in 2 places at once, sorta. So when a block is placed, so basically the ring lets you set a position in the world. It's been a while since I never used the Ring of Loki, so it's been a while since I've read what it does. But basically, it lets you kind of place things and manipulate the world from a distance by setting a location and all sorts of stuff. So it's cool, but meh, not really something I care about. So there are better rewards, like the Ring of Odin is really good. And by the way, there used to be, apparently you can't make it anymore. Yeah, there used to be a way to combine all the rings you get from the Dice of Fate, but apparently you can't do that anymore. Britannia has changed since I played it. This is one of the coolest things. The Key of the King's Law is a really cool weapon. But this is all of the different things you can get. I don't remember what the Ring of Thor does, and then the Eye of the Fugal and the Fruit of Grisaia. I have no idea how to say that, but that is basically infinite food. So, well, food from mana, because almost all the stuff uses mana. Anyways, I'm rambling. That is going to be it for today's episode. Next time, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We have a lot of quest stuff to do. We can complete Britannia at this point. We can start working towards creative items, or we can start working on just kind of finishing up quests and that kind of stuff, I guess. I don't know. We didn't get the overgrowth seed, but we do have a lot of grass, so we should be able to make more apiaries at some point in the near future. Regardless, we'll figure stuff out and go from there. So, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll find something. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!